everyone, and welcome to our channel, The Audible Review. Today, we're doing a deep dive into a concept that honestly changes how you see everything. It's the Black Swan event from the work of Nassim Nicholas Taleb.
Right.
And our mission here is to really unpack these huge, unpredictable shocks and, more importantly, give you some real actionable ways to handle them.
That's the key. I mean, a black swan, it's defined by three things, really.
Okay.
First, it's a total outlier, super rare. Second, the impact is just extreme. And third, you can't see it coming. It only makes sense after it's already happened.
Like the 2008 crash or even COVID, right?
Exactly. Or something like the explosion of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it coming, but in hindsight, everyone has a story for why it was obvious.
So today we're looking at why we're so bad at seeing these things and what you can actually do to get ready for and maybe even benefit from the unpredictable. All right, so let's get into the core idea here. Taleb's argument is that the world is just way more random than we like to admit.
Much more.
We assume tomorrow will be sort of like today. It's like standing on a beach where the waves have been gentle for years, and you just conclude that big waves don't exist.
And our brains actually help us make that mistake. He calls it the narrative fallacy.
The narrative fallacy.
Yeah. We have this deep need to make sense of things. So when some chaotic event happens, we immediately look backwards and, connect the dots to create this neat little story.
To make it feel like it was predictable all along.
Exactly. The turkey analogy he uses is perfect for this.
Oh, right.
So imagine a turkey. Every single day, for 1,000 days, the farmer comes out and feeds it.
So the turkey is gathering data.
A ton of data.
Yeah.
And every single data point confirms its belief. This farmer loves me, my life is safe, my future is secure.
Until the day before Thanksgiving.
Exactly. A complete shock. A black swan that was totally outside of its reality based on all the evidence it had.
And it's not just finance or turkeys. We see this all the time now.
Oh, yeah.
Think about the sudden rise of TikTok. It just completely changed how media works, almost overnight, or even in your own life.
Right. The personal black swans.
Yeah. That one random email you get that leads to a job you never would have imagined. Or you meet someone who, totally alters your career path. Your whole life can change in a moment.
So if you can't predict these things, what's the point? And this is where Taleb's advice becomes so practical. It's about shifting from forecasting to just preparing.
Preparing, okay.
The first step is to just stop trying to predict the specifics. Instead, just build resilience.
But how do you do that? I mean, if I'm constantly worried about the worst-case scenario, won't I just be too scared to do anything?
That's a great question, and it leads right to the other side of the coin. First, you protect yourself from the negative black swans.
Okay, so what does that mean?
It means avoiding things that can wipe you out completely. Huge amounts of debt, putting all your eggs in one basket, building your whole life on one single, rigid assumption.
Don't create a single point of failure.
Exactly. But then, and this is the exciting part, you deliberately expose yourself to positive black swans.
To good luck, basically.
To opportunities for good luck. These are small bets with huge potential upsides. Learning a new skill, networking outside your field, starting a little side project, things that cost very little if they fail.
But could have a massive return if one of them takes off.
Precisely. You're creating a structure that allows luck to find you.
Which brings us to what he calls the barbell strategy, right? This is sort of the how-to.
That's the practical application, yeah.
You put, say, 80 or 90% of your resources, your time, your money, into things that are extremely safe and conservative. Protected from the downside.
Super safe. Your base is covered.
But with the other 10 or 20%, you take small, calculated, high-risk bets. You're basically containing your losses while giving yourself access to massive, unexpected gains.
Think of it like planting seeds. Most of those small, speculative seeds you plant, they won't do anything. But you're just looking for that one seed that grows into a giant tree. That one positive black swan makes all the other small failures totally irrelevant.
So at the end of the day, the big takeaway isn't about becoming a better fortune teller.
Not at all. It's about building a life or a system that doesn't break when a surprise hits, and a system that can actually capture the upside of luck.
So what this all means for you is that life really does change in these radical moments, for good or for bad.
Yeah.
Your job isn't to guess when they're coming.
No.
It's to stay flexible, to stay open, and to be structurally ready to act when one of those unexpected doors opens.
Right. And maybe here's a final thought to leave you with. If we accept that the biggest drivers of our history, things like the internet or the printing press, were themselves black swans, What massive, unpredictable force might be quietly growing in your own field right now, completely hidden by all the everyday noise? Something to think about.